Many organizations spend lots of time and money on data strategy. Some of those organizations also go a bit further. They invest in a data operating model too. But often, data strategy and data operating models fail to create the intended impact. So, in this video, I'm going to go back to basics and explain how a data strategy and a data operating model really work so that you can get them right. I'm Phil, and for over 25 years now, I've been helping all kinds of organisations to use data in ways that help them to achieve their goals. And one of the many lessons that I've learned along the way is that a data strategy and a data operating model are both essential for modern organisations aiming to use data in beneficial ways. But the essential ingredient in getting value from a data strategy and data operating model is data capabilities. Success depends on defining, communicating, and implementing data capabilities. So let me explain why with a simple little countdown. So I'm going to start with just 4 key facts. So fact number 1. When organizations lack a data strategy and a data operating model, they tend to end up more data busy than data driven. So we need a data strategy and we need a data operating model. That's the first fact. Fact number 2. Many organizations find it hard to get their data strategy and their data operating model right because they must be both simple to communicate, yet also comprehensive enough to implement, which is a tough balance. Fact number 3, data capabilities are the key ingredient, as I've just said, in data strategy and data operating model success because they define what people, processes and technologies the organization needs. And then finally, fact number 4, data strategies and data operating models that don't depict data capabilities, they often fail because they're hard to communicate and hard to implement. Okay, so 4 key facts. Now those 4 facts, they translate into just 3 linked principles. So based on those facts, principle number 1, an organization's goals must shape its data goals. We need to know what jobs our data needs to do, right? An organization's goals must shape its data goals to pinpoint how data will drive the achievement of organizational goals. Principle number 2, those data goals, they must shape data capabilities to understand how the organization will achieve its data goals. We can illustrate that really neatly by looking at this data capability model, and there you see it, right? So organizational goals, they must shape our data goals. As I said, what jobs do we need our data to do? And then those data goals, they shape what data capabilities we need to drive those data goals to achieve the organization's goals. Nice and simple. So final principle number 3, data strategy depicting what data capabilities are needed and why must be coupled with a data operating model that depicts how those data capabilities must be run. Again, if we go back to our data capability model, we can see those 2 elements on here. So we have a data strategy, which is all about why. So our data vision, as it says, linked to our overall goals. So our data strategy is all about why do we need these data capabilities. The data capabilities, of course, are the definition of what do we need, but we also need that data operating model to talk about how. How are we going to operate these data capabilities in ways that fulfill that model and ultimately use data to drive our organization's goals. So with those 3 principles in mind, we get to number 2 in our countdown, which is 2 core challenges. And those 2 core challenges are, how do we quickly and inexpensively, therefore, create this data strategy and this data operating model which, 1, are both simple enough to communicate yet comprehensive enough to implement. And the second challenge, 2, is that how do we create them in a way that means they both depict that common set of practical and appropriate data capabilities. So what we're aiming for really is what we can see on this nice simple little Venn diagram. This is what we're aiming for, right? So a data strategy, as we just mentioned, which is all about why do we need these data capabilities. A data operating model, which is all about how do we operate and implement those data capabilities. And of course, they both must speak about the same set of data capabilities, which is that essential information about what. What is it that we need? What is it that we must possess? And what is it that we must do in order to achieve our organizational goals through data? Now, when we solve those challenges, of course, we arrive at the end of our little countdown, 2 challenges, solve them both, and we achieve one vital outcome. And that outcome is an organization that is data-driven and not data-busy, because it easily and clearly understands why data is valuable, but also what it needs to do to extract that data value. So there you have it. We've boiled data strategy and data operating models down into just 2 core challenges. But the question now, therefore, is, of course, how do we solve those challenges? Well, over the next few weeks and months, I'm going to be publishing a whole series of videos and articles through which I'll be sharing documents and frameworks and models and accelerators that are going to help you to solve both of those core challenges. I'm going to help you to quickly and inexpensively create a data strategy and a data operating model that will make your organization data-driven, not data-busy. Importantly, by simplifying and accelerating how you use data to achieve goals. So, if what I've summarized here makes sense to you and sounds good to you, and you want to get notified when I publish each of those videos and articles, just follow me on LinkedIn or subscribe to me on YouTube, or both, because I'm going to be publishing this content in both of those places. Also, in the description or in the comments, you're going to find a link to join a new data leaders community, where members in that community, they can collaborate with other data leaders to share and solve data management challenges, and also get free access to really powerful materials and accelerators. In that community, I'm going to share document and presentation templates, data strategy frameworks, a ready-to-go data operating model, and a complete enterprise data capability library. That really important set of data capabilities I've been talking about, we've got that, right? We've got lots and lots of sort of knowledge and evidence on what good and meaningful and valuable data capabilities are. We've got that contained in this data capability library. So you'll find that link to join the Data Leaders community in the video description, or if you're watching on LinkedIn, it'll be down in the comments. So that's it. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course, let's get data done.